Welcome to Profit Insights, where we break down the latest in finance and markets to help you make informed investment decisions. I'm Dusty, your host for today's journey through the sometimes bewildering world of economics and market trends. This Friday, May 30th, 2025, we see a market wrapping up the week on a rather quiet note, following a whirlwind of tariff-related news. Investors today are holding their breath, it seems, waiting for key inflation data to roll in and watching how our tariff saga unfolds. With U.S. stock futures pointing slightly lower, everyone's eyeing the possible impacts on their investments. Starting with our market overview, it's been a mixed performance this week. The Dow Jones pushed up by about 50 points. On Thursday, it capped the day at 42,215.73, rising slightly by 0.3%. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq took a little hit, dropping around 60 points. Yet it's worth noting that it had picked up nearly 0.4% on Thursday, settling at 19,175.87. As for the S&P 500, it hovered without much movement throughout the week, finishing unchanged after a slight climb the day before. In the bigger picture, investor fear seems to have eased, as indicated by the CBOE Volatility Index, ticking down 0.7% to 19.18. And for the crypto enthusiasts, Bitcoin is on the up, trading at a whopping $106,000. Our first headline for today's financial stories centers around some intriguing company performances. Costco delivered a modest surprise, with earnings just above what analysts forecasted. Over in tech, Dell Technologies saw a 1% bump in pre-market trading, following an impressive first-quarter revenue boost, a testament to surging demand for its AI servers. Despite slightly lower than anticipated earnings per share, not to be outdone, NVIDIA continues to impress with a jaw-dropping 69% year-over-year increase in revenue, warming investor hearts even amidst looming trade tensions. Turning to our economic indicators, there's cautious optimism with the PCE report suggesting inflation might be cooling. We're possibly looking at levels unseen since last September, though elevated inflation is still in the cards for the near term, dampening consumer spirits. In tariff news, a dramatic turn of events unfolded with President Trump's previously struck-down tariffs being reinstated. Despite adding uncertainty to trade relations, this reversal was met warmly by stock indices, signaling some hope for reduced tensions. On a broader economic scale, consumers and their wallets are tightening up, as data indicates a slowdown in spending and a drop in imports. Internationally, Bolivia finds itself struggling with an economic slowdown, driven by a mix of natural and logistical challenges, driving inflation to a steep 10%. Meanwhile, around our credit markets, high-grade corporate bonds are selling like hotcakes, yet the shadow of rising interest rates looms, especially for those with shaky credit standings. Before we wrap up, let's touch on some lighter news. Taylor Swift fans have something to sing about. Taylor has regained ownership of her back catalog. It's a powerful move in the music industry, and one that resonates with many about taking control of one's legacy. And now, for some investment tips to guide your strategy. As inflation shifts and tariff policies unfold, it's important to keep your portfolio diversified. Consider watching how tech stocks fare with the AI momentum and be mindful of the credit markets as interest rates adjust. That's it for today's edition of Profit Insights. I'm Dusty, reminding you as always, when the dust settles, only the truth remains. Stay savvy and see you next time.